Okay, now there's one formation that everyone is using again from last year, and maybe you've experienced it, but people have gone back to the 5-4-1. I can imagine all pro players would be using this formation if it wasn't banned from the pro events, but because three backs and five backs are banned, pros not using this formation. But this formation is back, and it's really destroyed weekend league. I was playing on my main account. I didn't play on this one. I played on my main account, and I was up against a player, and literally all the player did the entire game was lob it from left mid to right mid. So this formation definitely does come back. So I thought I'll make a video on it. These are tactics that I'm going to use. Now, what I would say is these are just specifically for me. The width I got it on 35. I copied it similar to my one last year, and my depth I put it to 60. So with this formation, don't forget you got no CDM, so you're really gonna have to be a bit more structured when you are defending. You have to really rely on right stick switching. I've got the build up play on balanced, nothing changed there, and then I've got direct passing. Now I personally prefer forward runs. I just want to put this out there for both old gen or new gen. But this kind of ratty style, like you're talking about meta videos and meta guides now. When I'm making this video, I'm talking about you're playing like there's no tomorrow. This is a really ratty formation. You should really be only using this formation if you like to hold possession and you like to play a fight of attrition, like attrition warfare, and you just want to keep the ball and keep lobbing the ball side to side and almost want to frustrate and annoy your opponent. This is the way that I look at it. This is a formation to frustrate your opponent, because not only do you have a back five and then midfield four, which is the highest pack out formation you can actually ever have, is that you lock up the entire midfield, and it's perfect for German crosses. The left mid and right mids are very, very useful, but the fullbacks are the ones that join the attack in this formation. And also, just a quick apologies if I stop and my voice changes. I'm currently not feeling well, so I've recorded this video in separate parts and put it together. 7 players inside the box. The width, I left it on default, and 1 corners and free kicks. That is pretty much the new formation. Well, not new formation, it's one that everyone's using. These are the instructions. Stay forward, stay centric. I'm not going to speak too much, but I'll just let you pause this, not this week, as I'm recovering. But the same for both. Come back, get in behind and get into the box. Both center mids on cover. Now, as I said to you, this will only work for you if you played this style of football. Like if you do, I'm going to show you the meta tactics as well for this week. This will only work if you play this style of football that I mentioned, like attrition, warfare, really putting your opponent on. Are they going to get frustrated? Pass them from side to side, and then they got to join the attack and overlap for both the left backs and right backs. And then if you want to, you can put sweeper keepers, up to you. But that is one thing that everyone's using. As I said, look, the truth is everyone's going to start using it, so I might as well just put it out now. And I'm pretty sure if you come towards Team of the Year and a Team of the Year Ultimate, everyone will be using these. Now, in terms of my weekly tactics, nothing has really changed. I've been using the same things. The 5-2-2-1 I explained to you last week is what I use if I need to be ultra defensive. But I personally don't use the 5-4-1. I just wanted to release the formation because people were asking me. I know some people were talking before, oh no, what you've been noticing on the weekend leagues, stuff like that. But personally speaking, I don't use it, so that is why I did not put it. If I just go back to my setup, I pretty much kept it the same. What I'm probably going to do after this week is release every single tactic I have. I think I mentioned this early on, but to be honest, I didn't really get around to doing it. But a tactic for every single formation, a defensive one and an offensive one. They'll probably be released until the end of the year. So that way you'll have a repository of all of them. But yeah, the tactics have not really changed. My ultra defensive one hasn't really changed. I'm still using long ball and forward runs. If I'm trying to close out the game, I really do lean towards a 5-2-2-1. I'm just gonna it's the 4-2-3-1 pretty much, it stays there. And if I do play it, literally everyone's just on stay back while attacking. Same as last week, by the way, no changes. So if you're using last week's tactics, you can use the exact same ones, but I'll just do them for you now. Like this. And then I'm putting everyone on comeback and offense. Doing it like that. So I'll start with this formation. I still use the 3-5-2. As I said to you, I use the 3-5-2 here. Same as last week's. I don't use the 5-4-1. It's not my play style, and you know, a lot of people won't really understand this, but as you play the game more and more and more, especially when you're like me and it's just your job basically, you want to have fun. I'm sure you do as well. So it will come a point where you don't mind getting, let's say if you get 20 and every single week and you get 18 or 17, you wouldn't mind it, at least if you're having fun playing this style of football. I wouldn't want to play like a rat and get 5-4-1. If I did, honestly, I'll just spam crosses and just step overs all day. At the end of the day, that's not my style. I'm pretty sure you know that's why you watch me in the first place. The 4-3-2-1 remains unchanged as well. Nothing really going on there. It's the same. There's no real changes here. Nothing's really changed at all on this one. And then the 4-2-4, the 4-4-2 is the comeback formation. And it's pretty much the same. So that is pretty much it. I just really just wanted to reiterate that other formation, the 5-4-1. That was really the main formation I wanted to go through. Is it a ratty formation? Yes, it is. And people asked me about the balance tactic last week. What do I do for the balance tactic? I don't use drop back. I don't know why that's on drop back. Maybe I was testing something out, but I shouldn't be on drop back. But the defense style's on balance, the width on 40. You could even reduce this even down further. I probably would say under 45 is probably what I would change this to. Slow build up playing possession. I don't use this formation at all. This is predominantly just used for an anti-kickoff formation, anti-kickoff tactic. So if my opponent is kicking off first, I literally just put everyone basically on comeback and defense. And that way when I start the game, let's just do this very quick as I can. But that way, when I start the game, let's say for example, I'm inside a game and I change to one of these 4 tactics. While the game takes some time to change to one of these 4 tactics, because when you change tactic, it doesn't happen instantly. It takes a couple of minutes in game or waits for the ball to go out of play. That way I don't get kick-offed. And then I got these other 4 tactics. But I want to keep this one short and sweet. Try not to go over it too much. Because as you can hear, struggling. But best of luck in your weekend league. I know this is pretty much late. I think I'm uploading this on a Sunday. I'm actually recording this on a Sunday morning as opposed to how I normally do it in advance before. So make sure you do check those out. And as I said, look at this week now, you have a couple of weeks now to kind of try things out. Ultimate team of this season is really where you go again. Look, can I be honest? Does it really matter if you get, let's say you finish on, like, as long as you get rank 5, I'll be honest, you're pretty much fine. It's not like the olden days where you had to get elite. Now the rewards are pretty decent, if not for very little effort. So, you know, you're not really going for Premier League. Premier League tops where all the best players were. Now you can kind of get away with testing things out for La Liga, Bundesliga, of course, League One, and stuff like that. And then when you go towards end of Serie A, going towards Ultimate Tots, that's when you got to be careful, because that's like the best of Tots, and it's gonna be sweaty again. But I thought I'd release some tactics and formations that I haven't released this year. Haven't got around to be honest, and maybe ones that weren't so meta, but ones that you'd very much enjoy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, rest easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.